Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon card opening. Today we're going through another big ol' haul from eBay, right? I do a lot of eBay shopping, actually, and I think this is because I enjoy looking for deals, cards that I think maybe are underpriced, or maybe they're not, I don't know, being given enough attention by the seller. So I continue to build up my collection of vintage cards, which is the original reason I got into Pokemon card collecting. We'll have more box openings. I'm especially interested in Hidden Fates. I'm not sure if I'll open that box of Unified Minds right there, or if maybe I'll just save it, right? People actually collect the actual booster boxes. So yeah, I'm debating that. I might just collect that booster box. And who knows, maybe if it sits in a closet for 20 years, maybe it'll be worth a few $1,000s later. It's possible. Somebody might buy it for $1,000 one day. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Got my trusty scissors. Oops, got quite a lot of cards now sitting on this table. They're a little disorganized. It's because we get some cards that are very easy to sort. They just go right into a stack where they belong. Then we just get like random cards like last time, like this. We get these Japanese cards and I don't really know where I want to place them or what I want to do with them. So they just kind of sit on my table. I need to get rid of them. Do a card giveaway. Okay, so just like last time, what you're going to find is I've been purchasing PSA cards. I have. I've been studying eBay, the prices on eBay really carefully, and I think that there's kind of a price point where you get people who are desperate to get rid of the card quickly through the buy it nows, and then you have people who are kind of willing to sit there and wait. And what's interesting is if you were to swipe all of the cards off of the market from the people who are really motivated to sell, that leaves a higher price point for all the cards of that type. I suppose it's hard to explain, but it's something I've always understood. Let's see what we start out with. Dark Magneton Holographic. It's not first edition, and it's only PSA 8. Oops, here, let me make sure you can see that. PSA 8. It looks really nice. You can see that there's printing errors. I can see it immediately when I tilt this. There's a line right here, and that's a printing error. And it's going to stop the card from getting a better grade. I don't know if there's any other flaws with the card. Let's see. Yeah, a little white chip up here. Maybe a tiny little chip down here. Not really that much. Dark Magneton. Let's see what we get next. I'm also thinking for these videos, the last one kind of went on for 54 minutes. I'm thinking the cutoff time for every video should be no longer than 25, except for special occasions. 54 minutes is an awfully long time. Let me know if you've ever watched any of these for the full 54 minutes. Let's flip these over. All right, so this is kind of cool. 4 cards, huh? Let's see what they are. Oops, let's make sure they're in focus. They're worn. These are definitely going to be vintage cards. You can really tell because this one's really worn, and I would never buy such a worn card. Ooh, check it out. It's Dark Arbok, Dark Charizard. Oh, I know this set. Dark Blastoise and Dark Hypno. So I got all of these for like 40 bucks. They were just terribly underpriced considering it had this Dark Charizard in it. It was 40 bucks for this. And he's worn, he's got a nick down here. Just nicks all over the place. I've been thinking a lot about lightly played cards, and I think that they actually still have a lot of value. I think the problem is they don't get presented very well to potential sellers. One of the things I've done, I've ordered some magnetic, they're kind of like, so this is a top loader, and it's very thin, it's cheap, it bends, it's not really, if you put a card in there, it feels like a temporary holder for the card. And what I've done is I've purchased holders that aren't temporary at all. They're actually going to be very similar to these. Okay, so I've purchased holders very similar to these, except they don't come with this extra square at the top with the grading. It's just the actual case for the card. And they were $1 each. And I think what I would like to do is purchase up a lot of these lightly played cards, present them better, and maybe even sell them as a collection. It's one of the things I'm interested in doing. I think I could do it really well. Dark Charizard, man. What a lovely card. Yeah, a lot of people won't touch him because he's not gradable. Some people will. Some people will. Charizards usually do well. He's, you know, what is he? The second new Charizard art design that was ever made. Let's see, they started with the base set. There wasn't a Charizard in Fossil or in Jungle. And base set 2 is just the same Charizard from base set, except now it has an ugly 2 on the side. And then the Rocket set. The Rocket set was the next to come out, and it came with a brand new Charizard design. So this is really the second Charizard ever made in their card history, if you want to think of it that way. And it really shocks me that it hasn't sold. Traditionally, it hasn't sold for more than you would think it would. And I think that I can help actually change that by buying some of them off of the market. And this will, essentially, it raises the demand for the card by one person. But, you know, I'm a serious buyer, so I think that it would have an impact. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at these Rocket cards, and I'm going to be considering placing them into really nice magnetic sleeves and offering people the ability to buy what feels like a very collectible card. It is collectible, but without the price of it being PSA graded. PSA grading is, I've had a lot of time to think about it. It's always kind of this inflated thing, because with PSA grading, no matter, here's the nice thing about PSA grading: consistency. Everyone kind of agrees a PSA 9 is a PSA 9, with exceptions. Sometimes people get the card and they're like, I don't really think PSA graded it correctly. But for the most part, you know what you're getting, and everyone roughly agrees to the value of the card because PSA graded it. And that's what's so nice about the PSA grading. But you're also paying $20 for that, and that kind of inflates the price of the card to maybe like a price point that a lot of people aren't willing to kind of pay for, even if they are willing to pay for a lower price and actually collect the card. So let's see, what's this? This one was for $35. Oh, wow. Let's see what's in here. Cardboard, huh? I'll flip that over. I don't want to know what it is. It's fun to guess, isn't it? I don't think I want to keep this in the plastic. I'm going to take this out of the plastic. All right. The back of the card looks kind of... Oh, no, actually, it looks really nice. Let's see what we have. Oh, Gem... Oh, what is that? Is that the plastic? Oh, that's the plastic. Gem Mint 10 Holographic Magneton from the Dark Rocket card set. Wow, looks so nice, doesn't it? This is a Japanese card, and I've noticed the Japanese cards really don't sell as well as the English cards, and there's really no need to explain it. It's just because it's in a different language. But some people might be interested in collecting that, especially people who maybe are more interested in, you know, like anime and stuff like that, and just people who are interested in the cards themselves, historically the cards, because of course they sold in Japan first. So check this out. The English version and the Japanese version. You can see that they're actually kind of different. There's kind of a darker border on this one. And there's lines here and a square here for the Pokedex entry, right? Different Pokedex entry is presented differently, right? So yeah, that's really interesting. I wonder why they changed it for the English version. The actual layout of the card. Makes you wonder. Somebody sat down and said, I think it looks better this way. And then everyone said, okay, we'll change it for you. Now this is rather, is this mine? That's mine. Maybe it's somebody who shipped a really valuable card. Let's find out. I did happen to purchase some really valuable cards, and I'm waiting for them to arrive, so I'm curious what we have here. Okay, this looks like another PSA card. He in fact did ship it really carefully. Look at that. Wow, he went through a lot of trouble to make sure that was safe. Let's cut him out of here. Oh man, he really went through a lot of trouble. Like double bubble wrapped it. It's a little overkill. That's okay. More bubble wrap for me. Oh, this is a nice card. I'll have you guys guess it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Here we go. So let's try and figure out why it didn't get a perfect 10, because this is going to be PSA 9. And on the back you can see ever so slightly a small smudge, and I'm guessing that's the reason why. It's really a sad reason to not get PSA 10, but I mean, those are the rules, I suppose. The card has to be flawless, right? So let's take a look. PSA 9, Dark Magneton. See, first edition holographic. And honestly, actually, there's a printing line right here too, so the card's not that flawless. Yeah. Wow, looks really good still though. Mint 9. This one was $35. I think that he's underpriced. I think the reason that I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you why the gosh, there's my address. Actually, my address is down in the description of the video as well anyways, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, so I'm not sure why the value of the dark cards haven't kept up with the value of some of the other sets. It's made me very curious, and it actually encourages me to invest heavily in the dark cards anyways, because I personally think that they're one of the best sets in the series, right? The Pokemon card series. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. Oh man, this one's all sticky. Let's see. It's got the tape at the top, tape at the bottom. I like these. I like these top loader plastic sleeves. It's so much plastic when you collect cards. There you go, business card. Collector's cash. You know, if he had it his way, he would probably sell all of his cards on his own website, because eBay really does take a crazy amount of the profits that you make from your sales. It's really too much. It's hard to turn a good profit margin when eBay cuts so deeply. Oh, what's this? A little scribble right here? Oh, he marked it near mint to mint. That's what he did. He marked it near mint mint. Wonder why he would mark it near mint. Let's find out. You just grab this real lightly. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the card. These are 20-year-old cards, people. 20 years old. The hollow foil seems to be flawless, so it must be a problem on the back. Oh, for a moment there I thought I caught a glimpse of holographic on the edge. Yeah, I'd say this line up here actually looks kind of worn. I don't know, actually the card's looking very nice. Yeah, actually if this came back PSA 10, I would not be super surprised. Also, there's a slight bend in the card. Dark Golbat. He's going to go into my binder. Oh, by the way, we're supposed to be setting these up, aren't we? I'm sorry. Hold the phone. Got a Dark Charizard here. He's got a few cards behind him, our Dark Golbat. I want to see all the cards we pulled. So, kind of take a look and see what I've done here. I pulled a lot of the cheapest Dark Magnetons off of the market, and this creates kind of a new selling point for the Dark Magnetons. People see that they've sold for people see that they've sold for a certain amount and that there's a certain limited supply of them in the market, and then they go, oh, well, these are actually more valuable than I thought. And that's exactly how supply and demand is going to work. Ooh, this is thick. Let's see. Does it really matter if I show my name and address anymore at this point? I feel like it just doesn't matter. I think this has a thank you note in it. It does. It's hand signed. I think it's from the same guy. Let's see. Yes. So another card that I'm trying to carefully obtain out of the market. Here's Dark Raichu. check this out. We've got, he's kind of worn. So I suppose you would want to mix near mints with near mints and light played with light played. This looks like it could pass for near mint. Maybe on near mint minus. How about this guy? How bad is he really? Yeah, we could probably count him. I don't know about the Blastoise and the Arbok. I think they look a little worn. I think those would count as light played. So if I could get enough of these together, I would have a full set of the holographic cards from the Rocket set. And I'm thinking they could be displayed much nicer and sold as a full collection. And I think there would be people out there who would be interested in purchasing a full collection of these Rocket cards, not in PSA 9 and PSA 10 ratings where the cost of the card is going to be inflated. See, each one of these would have to sell for at least $20 just for the person who graded it to get their money back on the grading. And this is one of the reasons why, if you were to buy PSA cards as part of your collection, you're just going to pay more. You're going to pay at least $20 more per card. Not to mention, you're always going to have to see this kind of like goofy red label each time you look at the cards. So I'm thinking, if I buy a nice display case, not PSA, but just a neutral display case, there may really be a market for people who are interested in buying cards in light played or near mint condition, not PSA graded, and therefore much cheaper. So I'm going to be experimenting with that pretty soon, and you can see me collecting a lot of the Rocket cards because I'm preparing for that. Ooh, look at this box. That's nice. I want to read. Oh, what do we have here? What is going on here? We got a lot of cards in this one. Let's see what we got here. Did these already arrive? They already arrived. Wow. So I don't know if he's watching this video, but a seller on eBay worked with me to help me purchase a group of his cards with combined shipping, and he gave me a pretty decent price on them. It's Rocket the Scyther, Dark Hypno, Zapdos, Rocket's Hitmonchan. I've been trying to obtain these for a little while. They can go for quite a bit depending on the quality of the card, like what condition it's in. I'm gonna guess these are in near mint or light played condition. Let's take a look. It'd be crazy if they were in really good condition, wouldn't it? But I can already kind of see scratches and the card's bent. So let's see, he put it in from the bottom. This penny sleeve even is very old. Let's take a look. Yeah, so you can see some pretty harsh scratches up there. The card is warped. See the back of the card real fast. Kind of a smudge up there. The back of the card is actually quite nice. Not much to complain about on the back of the card. It's just too bad that the front of the card has a few scratches on it. Well, I'm actually pretty pleased with the quality of this because I kind of expected it to be lower quality. All right, Rocket's Scyther. It's kind of tricky to say that sometimes. Rocket's Hitmonchan. I have this card already, but I have it in Japanese. As you know, on this channel, I collect a lot of Rocket cards. I like the Dark set, the Gym Heroes, anything related to Team Rocket I think is fun. Let's get rid of this penny sleeve, it's quite old. Oh, well now this is really impressive. He might have kept this in a personal collection, and it may have really just not had any flaws. Take a look at that. That's really crazy. Let's take a look at the back of the card. Well, just a very small nick on that upper corner. I don't know if they'd be willing to overlook that. Also, just the fact that the card has a slight warp to it, but I suppose you could work that out. He's in really good condition. I'm really impressed. He took care of his cards. I don't think a lot of people do that. I don't think a lot of people take care of their cards. Now, if this guy came in good condition, I would really like that, because this is one of my favorite cards, which is why I asked to buy him. Okay, this is Dark Hypno from the Rocket set. Well, I'm seeing a slight bit of hollow foil on this edge. That's too bad. The holographic on the center of the card is actually quite nice. This, I would describe this as near mint, yeah. So if I was putting together a group of near mint, a collection of near mint cards, he would probably be in it. He'd probably be the Dark Hypno in that set. Looking really nice. I wonder if he has any other cards for sale. I should ask him. Yeah, I don't know if the Rocket's Hitmonchan would be Gem Mint, I can't talk. But he's definitely up there. Okay, so you can see problems with this card right away at the bottom. This is base set Zapdos. Take him out of his penny sleeve. Yeah, he has all kinds of hollow foil problems. This here is actually really nice though. I don't know what he would actually get from PSA, but I would bet probably PSA 6 because of all the hollows showing on the edges. I don't own one of these. He's a really nice looking card. I remember I never did own one of these. Other people did. Base set Zapdos. Other people owned this, but not me. Alright, and now I have two more cards to show you. And it's funny, I was just talking about how we present cards and how we don't really present them in a nice way. We present them in these ugly top loaders. They're flexible. They're for transportation. They're not really for you to enjoy. And I was talking about how I want to buy these, well, I have purchased them, they're on the way, these nice magnetic sleeves for you to put your collectible cards in. And what struck me about the seller for these cards is he has something like that already. And here's what we purchased, the last parts of it. Oh, base set Charizard and Dark Charizard. Two really nice cards, right? So we're pulling quite a few Charizards today. How does this open? I don't want to mess anything up. So this looks like a hinge, if I had to guess. And I'm guessing this is the other side. Let me take a closer look without holding it in front of the camera. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it opens. I want to hold the card and be able to grade it. Oh, there it goes. It pops right open, actually. Let's see the condition of this Charizard. Well, yeah, he's you know, he's got flaws. So there's a little bit of hollow showing here, a little bit of hollow showing down there. There's scratches here. Yeah, I'm seeing scratches there. The card is clearly warped. You can see that it's warped. Let's check the back of the card. The back of the card looks okay. Maybe a little white showing down there, a little white on that corner up there. I think the biggest issue with the card is the hollow foil showing, the fact that it's so warped. It's a bit more warped than I would have liked for it to be. I love this little card holder. Unfortunately for him, I think what he should have done is had it in one of these penny sleeves. The sleeve is, I think it helps keep the air away from the card, and I think that would have helped it from warping. This is the first base set Charizard I ever owned. I never owned one when I was a kid. Can this go in here? No? I don't think it wants to close properly with the plastic. No, it's kind of closing. That's cool. Yeah, I really appreciate him combining shipping on these cards. It really made them all a lot more affordable. Because he had the shipping price at roughly, I think it was about $3 each. I can't remember now. It might have been $3.70. And he actually removed that for all the cards. And you count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times like $3.70. What is that? 18 plus $4.20. 18. That's $22.20. Oh, there it goes. Oh, now that looks really nice. Wow, the front of the card looks just pristine, really. Oh, that makes me very happy because once again, while I appreciate the base set Charizard, I'm really more a fan of the Dark Rocket cards, and this one is just in really terrific condition. I should contact him and ask him if he has any other cards he'd like to sell, because he has kept these in surprisingly good condition. Huh. Wow, the back of the card looks near flawless. I am actually really impressed. Put this in a penny sleeve. Huh, I wonder if I should send this off to be graded even. Well, I have to contact him and thank him for taking such good care of these cards and giving me a nice deal on them. It's really kind of him to do that. So sometimes you get it the other way around. Sometimes you get a seller who's maybe a little dishonest about the quality of the card, and he's happy to sell it to you for a full price and take your money, of course. Yeah, this is going to go in this stack over here. I think he really looks that good. And then this Charizard, I don't really know what I want to do with him. I didn't intentionally. The thing is, I've never owned one, and I suppose a part of me wanted to, just to know what it's like to own one. Let's go ahead and put him in top loader. Tell you what, he'll just go into my collection somewhere, and I'll just hold on to him. He'll be the Charizard that I own. Ooh, it's kind of a tight fit because the card's a bit warped. There it goes. Maybe being in that sleeve will help him a bit. Gosh, that looks so good. Yeah, if the seller is watching this video, because I actually told him I had a channel, I want to thank him for sending me these cards. So that's a strong note to end on. We are at the 27-minute mark, and I said that we should have these videos be 25 minutes long. So we've opened actually quite a bit, even though, you know, I've had videos that stretch on to like 50 minutes. This is actually quite a bit of cards that have been purchased in this video. So we've got these guys along with these four were one purchase. This group of not this Raichu. This group of four were a purchase. The Raichu was purchased by himself. The Golbat by himself. Really liked what quality these were in. I should contact him. I should ask him if he has any other cards, because I would be happy to. I mean, with them being in such decent quality, I feel safe purchasing them from him. You never know. Like, that's what's nice about the PSA cards. The PSA cards, you know what the condition of the card is for the most part. You do. You know, there's a consistency to it. But when you purchase cards, maybe directly from a person, you know, one person's definition of near mint is very different from another person's definition. Speaking of which, look at how shiny. Dude, the Magneton on the right, I noticed this. He's actually considerably shinier than the Magneton on the left. I wonder what's going on there. I wonder if he's like pack fresh, and this is not pack fresh. Like maybe he's been sitting in a collection somewhere for a while, exposed to oxygen or something. Yeah, love this card, by the way. Huge fan of the Dark Magneton, if you can't tell. I'll just keep them all. I'm not going to sell them ever. Just going to go into my private collection. My private collection. All right. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.